Well, afternoon, everybody. Sionis here, Tobias. Just going to throw a video up, do a review. I want to start with great job on getting the Mythic kill. We're officially 111. Not as a guild, technically, because we didn't have 75%. I think that means we had to have like over 15. We had 14 from guild, and then we had, I think, 3 or 4 from outside of guild come in, and then we did some subbing and moving. But eventually, after some time and whatnot, and the 10 attempts, we were able to get the kill. So outstanding job. Well done, everybody that participated in that. I wanted to go ahead and focus on a little bit of some mechanic adjustments that we can make for GWB real quick, and then talk about what our goals are going to be for the month of May as a leadership team, and also as for the players that are in support of the team. Okay, on GWB moving forward, we need to make sure that when mechanics are coming through, and this is really a big point, this is going to be something that you're going to see that's going to pop its head up as we are moving through Mythic content, and it's even relevant, for example, in my opinion, to Coven, for example, and Agrimar and Argus, where there's these mechanics that are present where, the team as a whole or players as an individual needs to go to a specific spot and, do a soak move mechanic or something like that, or on GWB Mythic, it's soak, next person comes in, soak type rinse. If you break down when that damage is coming through, so like right here, for example, where you see these huge spikes with the dots, huge spike with the dots as it's coming through, it's a tremendous amount of damage. I think it peaked out like here's 14, here's 14, 13.5, 13.7 sustained for close to 4 seconds straight, 5 seconds straight to the entire team. The healers can't move during that time frame. We ended up on the final attempt with the kill that one of the healers was taking the initiative and moving, and unfortunately though that's going to cause death. That's when we're looking at the damage coming through, and when the death started to occur, it was at that point when they were assisting when this huge spike came through right in here. So what we want to make sure we're doing is that, and this is my general point about the the trick of the trade of this mechanic for Mythics, is that when those kind of mechanics are being present, everybody has to do them to some execution. And not tunnel on the boss, for example, or tunnel on the wrong ad or whatever it is. Learn each one of these Mythic fights in-depthly. Study them, watch the TLDR, take some notes, do it in a quiet time. Like it's first thing in the morning, you've got a few minutes of quiet, kids are on the bus, or whatever the situation is, you're sipping on your coffee, just had breakfast. Watch the 2-3 minutes of TLDR video and take as many notes as you can. Watch it a couple of times. Take some solid notes. I also recommend POV videos. Execution of your class doing something really helps with you understanding like where your position needs to be in the dynamic of the mechanics as they're coming through, and relevance to, for example, the players, and their positioning to what's going on. So just try to take some steps. Remember, it's Mythic rating, so we got to make sure that what we're doing is we're focusing on these elements that are going to allow us. Another element too that's going to help your play is make sure that you're coming up to WoW Analyzer. It's always going to be under the logs. Murphy's going to connect our attempts with right below where the logs are at on the Discord channel. So you click on logs, you'll see the logs for the date. It'll be posted at the time of, and then you click on which one, and then you go through it. So for example, right here, any player that wants to, they can come and they can look at what they can do to improve as far as in their overall performance. And again, like it suggested on its front page, work on 1 or 2 things, and you'll be surprised. The impact could, really make a huge difference. On damage done, I know there was a lot of movement, but we had a really great block of throughput here. And and we had some really great numbers through and through. Remember, percentage wise, for example, if you do have some gray, get with Murphy. The guy knows so much about every single class, especially about logs too and analyzer. He'll put you in a position of success, for example, to get you out of that gray, get you into the green, get you into blue, for example, and that's just going to help you produce more damage. The more damage that you produce, the better overall. I know on this fight there was some movements and whatnot, and I'm not being nitpicky at all about any specific execution here by anybody. Everybody did what was necessary to be able to get it to a point of success. Just remember that the more that we can put out, the more throughput we have, the better everything will go as we move forward. Talking about goals for the month, all right, for the leadership team and for individuals that are part of the raid team, our focus is to get 2 to 3 Mythic bosses down by the end of the month, and then bosses that we do kill, repeat that, of course, process the following weeks. The other one is to get some Argus kills in place. We've gotten 2 week to week now, so what we want to do is make sure on the Wednesday, Sunday scheduling that we have now for Heroic, that's what we're doing. We're getting as far and as close, if not get the kill on Argus. So that means making sure that you're still studying up on Coven Heroic and Argus. Agrimar is pretty well managed at this point. Just, you know, good clean call outs and control of the ads, and we're in really great shape. So really those 2 fights, just make sure, you know, do a little review of them to put yourself in a position for success. And you know, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the video, to the channel below. This is where the videos are going to be popping. And also make sure that you're hitting up the Facebook page, so that way anything that's tied into it will be present there too, you know, especially when it comes to like BOA when it comes out. A big thing that we used to do in the past with the page and VHR was that we would post all kinds of stuff like, you know, how to get this done and Flight Master and, you know, whatever. Any kind of information that was relative to not only rating content, but, you know, leveling, to gearing, to getting items upgraded, you know, all that stuff. All that information is relevant, and it's really cool for it to be able to, for example, get sent to your phone from the Facebook page, and then somebody could just, you know, they got a few minutes, they could check it out, right? Okay, so that's it for the video. Study for ENR, that's what we're going to be focusing on Thursday for Mythic. Raid team, continue looking for raiders, especially Mythic caliber. Remember, they have to have logs and experience, and you know, in the item level too. It needs to be 955 as a minimum, 960 plus. They need to be getting, you know, in heroics and normals, they need to be blowing it up, to be honest, for it to even be considered at this juncture. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for quality players to be on a quality team that's going to be doing quality things. You know, pushing Mythic, trying to get, you know, as much of it done as possible, not only in the current content but in the future. Okay, have a blessed day, and I'll see everybody in game real soon. Okay, bye bye.